So welcome to my channel. If you've not been here before, it's where I talk about twin flame process. These are the readings for April 2021, and these readings are, you can watch these, you can watch all of them if you want. They are by sign. I feel really strongly actually this month. They're corresponding more to moon signs for some reason, because when I started doing the first one, they started talking about the moon, and also in the second one as well. So yeah, I think you probably want to watch your moon sign and your sun sign, at least that. And also ascendant is good. Watch your twin sign. Watch them all. There's all good information in all of them. And if you wanted to get a personal reading, all the details are in the box below. And what else did I want to say? Yes, that's it, I think. I'll get on with the readings now. Lots of love. Take care. Bye. Here's your reading for April 2021. Right, so they're showing me the King of Cups. And they're showing me people sitting around a campfire. King of Cups is upside down though. So this is like the heart of the masculine. Upside down just means it's not happened yet. But we've got these people sitting around a campfire, which is about community in some respect. So it's kind of like the communion. Also showing me the cross upside down, Jesus on the cross upside down. So something about community of men, you know, a community of like the Christ consciousness, the masculine coming into the heart. Yeah. All right, we're getting there. So it's basically about the masculine coming into the heart this month. Dropping into the heart, they're saying. That's why it's Jesus, this is a man, and the cross is upside down because he's dropping into the heart. Okay? And dropping his crown of thorns as well by being upside down. So he's dropping the ego. Crown of thorns represents the mind and the ego. So that's what the masculine's doing. So if you're watching this for your masculine, if your masculine is Sagittarius, that's what's going on there. The community thing, I'm also getting Six of Pentacles, which is like somebody reaching out in the physical. And again, it's kind of like community of men. So perhaps your masculine is learning to deal with other men as a man himself. It feels like coming into a better position in terms of his worthiness and his feeling level, you know, feeling all right in dealing with people, feeling all right with kind of being amongst others of his type, and kind of owning his place in the world again. So that kind of feeling. It's quite a young energy in this. It doesn't feel like, it's not staid or boring. It's more kind of like, yeah, like deals being made, kind of like business-like, but not in a dusty, fusty way, more in a kind of youthful way. A little bit getting a bit cocky actually and full of himself, kind of a masculine energy, and a bit kind of, you know, feeling like that kind of self-worth, like I can do anything kind of a thing coming through, like I can be anyone I want, I can do what I want, I can deal with people, I'm not afraid to be myself, that kind of thing coming through. So you might be getting this if he's a Cancer, or if you're a Cancer and for your twin or whatever that is. Ace of Wands, brand new energy, new potentials coming into being, creation. So it's new potentials coming into being, right? Brand new energy. So that's what they're showing me. It's like coming into himself, coming into the heart, feeling great, feeling good. And putting that to use as well, which is like the creation. So it's using it in terms of dealing with people. So having conversations and reaching out to people, like the Six of Pentacles is reaching out, making deals. Queen of Cups, which is go with the flow, because it's a feminine energy of the heart. So in respect to the connection, It represents the feminine being guided to go with the flow in relation to what's going on and coming through her energetically, and also appearing in the physical life, showing up in the emotions, showing up in the mind, showing up in the physical life. Go with the flow, because something here is about the masculine moving forward. Ace of Wands is moving forward, it's moving into position. The Ace of Wands is a better position. All the wands are arriving at position, right? A new position. It's like the starting gate. So in his process, he or she, whoever's the masculine, coming into position. So all the work that's done in the physical environment around that. So it's like talking to other people, being around other people, making deals with other people, finding oneself in relation to other people. So all this energy for the masculine going on, however it's appearing for you, it's going to be showing up in your life. It's going to be manifesting into your life. It's going to be manifesting into your experience somehow. Just go with the flow with it. I don't feel like there's any kind of hardship coming in for you this month. I just feel like you might be taken off guard in some way in terms of what comes through. You might get sudden impulses, sudden desires, sudden urges, because this Ace of Wands is all about sudden desires and sudden urges and sudden impulses. And the masculine acting on those as they come through him is going to follow through to it coming through you and you feeling it. So whatever that is, go with it. Go with the flow. Follow your heart. You know, if you want the masculine to follow the heart and coming back to you, you've got to follow the heart and going where towards your heart's leading you. You're at the head of the game, right? But the energy pushes through you. The ego pushes through you, and you have to go with the flow in relation to how that's asking you to correspond in your heart. So do that. Happiness. Move towards happiness. So if you're feeling like, I feel it's like coming through in leaps and bounds, right? Like the masculine potential. So if you look at it in this way, right? Your potential to be here in a human experience is about the potential for happiness and the potential that comes from that happiness. So your happiness is your feeling good spot. It's the head of the pin, right? And that means that you then manifest from that happiness where you're connected with someone and they're operating from the egoic. So the masculine operates from the ego. They move from the fear ego into the potential ego, which is the happiness ego, which is the thriving ego, which is the right to exist the ego, which is that I can have, do, be whatever I want ego. And when they're moving into that, and you feel it coming through you, because the ego comes into you, and that's your masculine part of you. So half of you that is that, go with it. So if you're feeling, you see, it's like an unstoppable energy that comes through you. It's like it's sudden changes, drastic changes that you might make. I mean, it could be something simple as your haircut, you know, but it's just something that is like, I'm going to do that. I've been meaning to do that for ages. I know it might, like, all right, okay, so maybe you don't know if it will make you happy to cut all your hair off. But maybe you'll find out if you do it, if it will or not. And maybe just the act of doing it will. You know, maybe just that switching it up, taking charge over your life and yourself and doing that thing that feels like, oh, I don't know which way this is going to go. Is this going to be like, am I going to feel good? Am I not going to feel good? Am I sure I want this? Am I not sure I want this? When you're in relation to your masculine counterpart, the whole thing about them coming to you in your physical reunion is that is inside of them. Should I, shouldn't I? Am I going to feel good about this or not feel good about this after I've done it? And that is the question of, should I come back to this person? So that's what goes on inside of them. Should I, shouldn't I? If you decide, yes, I should, and you make that drastic decision and you do, say, just cut your hair or change the way you eat or change the way you dress or whatever, you know, that thing that you feel like, oh, I'm not sure. And there's the fear, right? That I'm not sure, right? Lose the fear, move into doing it, and that helps them move into doing it because it's the ego coming through you and you move it forward. It's always the feminine that moves it forward. Feminine is creator, masculine is deleter. They can't delete that ego unless you act in creating the deletion for them by corresponding to what is energetically being asked of you, and you will move towards happiness. 9, completion, happiness, masculine and feminine, dark and light. Right? It's about deleting the fear and moving forward on it. So whatever's showing up for you, whatever sudden inspiration that you have to do something, do it. The moon, what's not seen, separation, and the end of the masculine process, right? So this is what a separation is. This is what it is. It's about the two halves, the psyche, mind, emotions, which is also ego and higher self, and, corresponding to happiness, again, masculine and feminine, and the process coming into alignment inside yourself. That's what this separation's for, the ending of the masculine process. The only way you're ever going to do that is follow the heart, go towards what's new, act on the impulses, act on the desires. If you want someone that you're connected to in separation from to act on their impulses and desires in coming back to you, then what do you think you've got to do? If you've both got the masculine inside of you and the feminine inside of you, it's acting on your impulses and desires, because that is what they've got to do. So that's that for Sagittarius. That's why it's important. You see, the separation, it's what can't be seen, right? It's the unconscious. That's what it's for. And after a certain amount of time dwindling away by not doing anything, that's where you get to, where you know that that's the way forward. So maybe you're actually just coming into an understanding of that this month and knowing it is the time to, there's times to act, right? And there's times to be still. And this feels like a time to act for you, and in acting and bringing in your final destination, bringing in your destined outcome. All right, lots of love. See you in the next one.